So we are starting this week in our view of the works of the legendary cinematic icon Peter Boyle. Tom, have you heard of this man?
Gone too soon.
Yeah, I have been busy, so I didn't do any research on him. But I'll say this: he was in Puchinsky as the voice of Puchinsky. He's in that. What do you call it? I don't know. The pilot, yes. He's in it for a little while and then he's just the voice for the rest of it. He did a lot of movies, Tom. A lot of movies. He was in a episode of the X-Files that's pretty good. But we're talking about the movie that's been on my queue to watch for a couple of years now. And this movie is called Joe.
Yes, has also been one that I've been meaning to get around to. So last week when you said it, was like, oh, all right, finally get around to watching this thing that would probably just sat on my fucking list of things to watch forever until I died.
Yep. Uh well, we watched it now, Tom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh, let's say this from the jump. We both watched it on Tubi,
Yeah.
and I can't believe that it was a stylistic choice. So I'm going to say we watched a bad, corrupt file of the movie because in some of the parts, the frame rate is just so fucked up. It's like almost unwatchable. And then right when you're thinking about turning it off, it fixes itself.
Yeah, but it's maybe similar to what you're watching now. We won't know until this is uploaded. But yeah. Uh, so I forget what year this movie was. Maybe 19.
1970, just like the title says, right up there. Boy got 450, Joe, 1970.
All right. This is about. Well, it starts out with a young Susan Sarandon in her first cinematic appearance. It is also the first cinematic appearance of her tits. Uh, Susan, you got it going on, baby. Uh, she unfortunately is hooked up with a low life drug dealing scum, Tom. He's just not drug dealing, he's using and he's ripping off the people that he's dealing to, Tom. This guy is what you call a no good Nick. Don't like him. Don't like him at all. He's the kind of guy that Spider-Man's would just like pop in the face, web him up and leave him for the cops. Take it from there, Tom.
Sure. So, old what's her nuts? Old Susan Sarandon's a fucking crack whore. And she, hey, baby, just let me get some shit now. Come on, I got these cheeseburgers, baby. He's like, hold up now, bitch. Just take these motherfucking pills. Get out my fucking face, ho. So she does and overdoses, and her rich ass dad doesn't take too kindly to that shit.
Nope.
So this old ass man somehow is able to Michael Myers kill this fucking young drug dealer by ramming his head into the wall over and over and over.
Just a drug dealer. He's a junkie. You can beat up a junkie pretty easily.
That was kind of an old ass rich guy. I would think a pillow could take an old ass rich guy.
I
But
don't know.
maybe
He
that's just my prejudices.
he had pretty good hair, and that's important if you're an old guy.
Well, it was probably his asshole hair they shaved off and fucking stitched on the front of his fucking forehead to make a new hairline.
I don't think that process developed until 1984, but okay, go ahead, Tom. So he kills this guy, bashes his head
And
into.
fucking comes all over in his pants. And then, after you come, you realize what happened. So he says, oh no, I gotta go before I'm fingered. So he fucks off.
But Tom, before he leaves, he gathers a few things up,
Does he?
including this guy's drugs, his bag, his
That's
paper bag full of drugs.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Very important to this story.
I guess it is, Joe. I guess it is. So he goes to a bar and there's a guy there named Joe, played by Nick DiPaolo in a Peter Boyle mask. And
That'd be funny if I knew who Nick DiPaolo is.
it would, Joe. And he's just going on and on about this guy and that guy. You know what you would hear at the time a white guy saying at a bar, and I was laughing and laughing and laughing because it's so damn ridiculous.
And I'm sure on your head, yeah,
Yeah, fuck the music.
you should.
Oh shit. And so it just goes and Peter Boyle's like, yeah, I want to kill her. Sorry, Joe. Yeah, I want to kill one of them fucking hippies. An old fucking rich fruit guy, he's just like, "Ugh, I just did." Then Peter Boyle comes in his pants and says, "Oh yeah, tell me about it." And they form a friendship because Peter Boyle figures out that this guy killed a guy and he wants to go around fucking killing hippie scum too. Old Joe, that is. So the rest of the movie is just their wacky adventure trying to get the his daughter back because his daughter overhears that he killed her boyfriend, and she's not happy about that shit.
Mm-mm. So yeah, so during the course of these guys' friendships, it's like it's showing you the rich side of life and then the working class side of life, and then how uh, the differences between it and how maybe the rich side is just a big lie, and maybe the fucking working class side is less like, well, because you're a dick, and that's what this is where you want to be. It's fucking weird, because I don't know who this movie was made for. It obviously wasn't made for the hippies, and it wasn't made for the working class. I don't know, because it makes them look like shit, and it makes the fucking rich people look like shit. Uh, it's a strange one, man. It's just a fucking strange movie, and especially watching it now, I can't relate to anybody in this flick.
I mean, old Joe, he comes off like what people would consider a stereotypical Trump guy. So, I mean, that's kind of, I guess, relevant if you want to see, ooh, crazy Trump supporter. Look at that.
Look at that
But
Trump.
yeah, but I mean, there is what could have been a classic exploitation movie in there if it was more about these guys just going down hunting hippies and
Yeah,
shit. But that's like the last 5 minutes maybe, and there's a couple okay things here and there, but nothing that really grabs you. The rants at the bar's funny. The fact that they get all fucked up and join an orgy, that's kind of funny. The 5 minutes of fucking murdering hippies, that's kind of funny. But I mean, if you just kind of expanded upon that stuff and made it a little more exploitation-y, I guess if it would have came out maybe 3, 4 years later, it probably would have. But it's just a yeah, that was a of its time politically charged
yeah,
drama, I guess.
is trying to be politically charged, trying to create a conversation, you know? Uh,
But what's it saying? Hey, drugs are bad. Oh, don't grow old and not do stuff you wanted to. Uh,
yeah,
class warfare, but we're all the same. What are you saying? Nothing really.
Yeah, it doesn't offer any solutions. It doesn't say, uh, no, it's just saying everybody's shit, right?
I didn't get that. I didn't it just really didn't say anything. Just like, "Hey, here's this story about 2 guys from opposite sides of the track. One's mentally ill, and the other one's trying not to go to jail because his hands pretty much lie in the fate of
But
a mentally ill man."
the thing is, like, even the daughter, like, she's not a likable character because
Because
she's
she's a crack whore.
right. The two wives, neither one of them is likable.
Because 'Cause they're women.
uh, yeah, it's just that's to me what it was saying, that like everybody sucks.
Yeah, I didn't even get that much of a message from this shit, dude.
I can't say I liked it. I didn't give a fuck about it. I don't think it's not something I would recommend. Hey, you ever seen that movie, Joe? No, I'll never say that.
Yeah, if it was, remade to be this hippie hunting exploitation movie,
Yeah, yeah. If it was that, I mean, it would be a different kind of movie that I would enjoy. And you would think from the poster that that's what you're getting into, but nah, you're not.
no, watch Falling Down instead. It's sorta, kinda, maybe like this, but not really. I don't know what else I could compare it to. I mean, any middle-aged white guy, enough is enough movie, I guess this would be one of them, but this guy's a little more fucked in the head.
Head on over to Fast Custom
Thanks for
Shirts.
checking out the show.
Just
We hope
do
you
it.
dug it, baby.
DWMproductions.net.
Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe and let us know down below.
I can't hear the
Support
song.
Tom and Joe by heading over to
Might as well not even fuck with
DWNProductions.net
it.
and FastCustomShirts.com. Until next time, Lord God.
There's shit over here. The only